All right, Shalom, Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And what you look at on the screen here is the elder brother Adama. He did a lesson entitled "A Man Shall Desire to Go into a City," and as you'll see, he's walking around over there, I believe the downtown Boston area, in which the National Guards were called. You have some known as the military police, and you see that there, as you see, I don't know if brothers saw it, but you had the police walking up and down the street, um, with the billy clubs and extra armor on. So Esau didn't come to play. Esau didn't come to talk. All right, and when it comes time for them to get physical, as you see, they're not holding them sticks up to tickle you. When it comes time for them to get physical, by them I mean the police, you're gonna ask why. Why you treating us so unfairly? Not all of us was out there rioting. Not all of us are bad. All right, and it's quite simply because you transgressed the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, the power in which you said time and time again, you out of your own mouths, all right, in your in your former lives, all right, because reincarnation is biblical, that you will not transgress the law, statutes, commandments. It's written multiple times in the book of Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, all right, but because you violated the oath, the pact that you made with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, there's consequences. All right, with any contract, there's consequences for violating the oath. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at the consequences for violating the oath that you made with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that you would not serve other gods. All right, so this is Deuteronomy 28:20. It says, "The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, in all that thou settest thine hand unto, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me." Once again, Yahweh shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do. Now, actually, you know what? Let me see if I... Shoot. Slock it 1 second. So the word cursing goes into the word, looks like marah. All right, which this is an execration, a curse from arar, to be cursed, to lay under a curse, put a curse on. All right, and it makes me think of another word, marah. When Israel was in the wilderness and the waters were bitter, I believe the name of that place was called Marah. And then the Lord had him cast a tree, a particular tree that would make the water sweet. So in other words, the Lord shall send upon thee bitterness and vexation and rebuke. That word vexation, all right, vexed, troubled, destruction, all right, And from the time that you came here, you've been nothing but shot down, put in slavery. The woman has been raped. All right, you have received no justice. What's the word? Justice goes into the word fairness. You have received no fairness. It's been a one-sided affair. All right, you've been shot down. You've been treated like dogs, like animals. As a matter of fact, in the Constitution, which is written back in the late 1700s, all right, it still labels you as a prisoner, as a dog, as less than human. All right, so it says, "For to do until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly," and don't allow, because you have certain scoffers out there that may try to debunk Deuteronomy 28, as if it's not pertaining to you. But when you look at your history and what's going on today, there has to be some type of explanation to why you're always at the bottom, even though you contribute, all right, to the wealth of this economy, the technology, that this economy and every other economy exploits. You're still looked at as less than nothing, as savages. All right. So it says, "Until for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me." Okay. So when you see, which this is in Boston, but soon enough, this will be in all cities across the world. Because that's what they rioting all across the world. All right, they're looting, they're rioting. So these cops are going to kill you off. All right, we just go back to that. It says, "Till thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly." Okay. You could blink too many times, and Esau think you have a gun and be willing to put you to death. All right. So this is very potent. These curses are very potent in all you Israelites' lives, no matter where you live at. All right. Look, Esau didn't come to he didn't come for a conference, man. They guys are armed and ready to kill. All right. They're not ready. They're not going to it's going to be less talking and more action in that day. In these days. I'm not even going to say in that day, in these days. Okay? So, now let me get this second Esdras, right? Chapter 9 and verse 29 I'll start at. "O Lord, thou that shewest thyself unto us, thou wast shewed unto our fathers in the wilderness, in a place where no man treadeth, in a barren place, when they came out of Egypt. And thou speakest, saying, Hear me, O Israel, and mark my words, thou seed of Jacob." All right. So the Most High, he made it clear that these words are very important. So listen up. Okay. Verse 31, "For behold, I sow my law in you, and it shall bring fruit in you, and ye shall be honored in it forever." So you have most jakes, all right, that say that the law is done and away with. But if the law was done and away with, why are you still why are you still on the bottom? Proving that the law is not done and away with. All right, why are you still being chastised for not following a law that was done and away with? That doesn't make any sense. Because the law, it says, "In ye shall be honored in it forever. But our fathers which received the law kept it not, and observed not thy ordinances. All right, thy ordinances, meaning the ways of the Lord. And though the fruit of thy law did not perish, neither could it, for it was thine. Yet they that received it perished, because they kept not the thing that was sown in it. And lo, it is a custom, when the ground had received it, or the sea a ship, or any vessel, meat or drink, that being perished wherein it was sown or cast into, that thing also which was sown or cast therein or received doth perish, and remain not with us, but with us it have not happened so. For we that have received the law perish by sin, and our heart also which received it. Okay? So, because we transgress the laws, which sin is the transgression of the laws, all right? Hey, the Lord allowed us to be transgressed, allowed us to be stomped down, because we didn't respect the laws. We didn't respect the ways of the Heavenly Father. You know, therefore the Lord didn't respect us. They didn't hold us in the highest esteem as far as this world goes. Because what you're gonna learn is that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai rules in the kingdom of men, and he setteth up over it whomsoever he will. Now, according to 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, this word was written for our sakes. And like Ezra said, why do we not possess it if this word was for our sakes? Why? Because of our iniquities. The book of Jeremiah 5:25 says, because of your iniquities, let me just grab it. The book of Jeremiah 5:25, your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. Okay? So this is why you die at an early age. You know, this is why you suffer in sickness. This is why no matter what you do, you don't receive the credit you deserve. Okay? But there's the Lord's hand is still out. The Lord's hand is still stretched forth. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, his hand is still stretched forth. Alright, so this is the book of 2nd Ezra again. And I started at the book of verse 30, but I want to jump up now. The verse, let me see. I'll jump up to verse 4. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. Alright, this is the end. When you look across the world, there's riots, uproars, alright, talks of World War III, talks of the RFID chip, the devil's being exposed. Alright, so this is the end. You know, and this has happened, of course, previous times in the past, but on this level is unprecedented. Alright, knowledge has been increased. More of our people know who they are. Okay? Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, all right? Because people may say, so what? We all got to die. No, well, some will be able to escape because they actually feared the Lord. Because they actually, they actually had faith. Like Noah. The scriptures say that Noah, let me just grab that, because not everybody gonna die, man. Some people are actually going to be saved from the said perils. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7. I'll start at 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. All right, so he rewards those that seek him, and he punishes those that don't. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heirs of the righteousness which is by faith. All right. So with faith, with faith and fear of the Lord, it'll put you on the right side in that day. All right. So it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. Because after the destruction of the wicked, all right, comes the uprising of the righteous, through or via Yahawashi. For I and my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Okay. It says again, and shall they be in pitiful case which have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Okay. So when you ask why in that day, just know this is why. Because of your iniquity. So with that, shalom to the elect.